Welcome back to Compassion Camp Storytime. Today's story about compassion comes from Mark 2, verses 1 through 12. This story involves some heavy lifting, a massive hole, and some neighbors who took a risk to help a friend who lost the ability to use their legs. Listen for surprising moments where compassion helps people be brave. One day, Jesus visited someone's home. Everyone heard he was there. They were so excited to see him because they'd heard he healed and helped people be a part of their communities again. A friend who was paralyzed had his friends take him to see Jesus.
When the group got there, it was so crowded. There was no way to get to Jesus.
I'm gonna have you just go from the top on that one. That was actually just on me. You're all good. There was just a thing that you're good. Go for it.
All right. When the group got there, it was so crowded. There was no way to get to Jesus through all the people. They had an idea. They climbed up onto the roof of the house and made a hole in the roof above where Jesus was. Then they lowered their friend into the room. When Jesus saw their faith, he was encouraged. He told their friend, "I see you and love you. You are made whole for your community. Your sins are forgiven."
Some temple leaders, called scribes, were watching Jesus. When they heard him say this to the friend who was paralyzed, they were angry. They thought to themselves, "Who does Jesus think he is? Only God can say these things." Jesus could tell the scribes disagreed with him, so he said to them, "I know what you're thinking right now, but what's easier? To say, 'I see you and I love you,' or 'Get up and walk'? I'll show you it's possible to do both."
With compassion, Jesus turned to the friend who was paralyzed and said, "Get up, pick up your mat, and go home. You're healed now." He stood up, amazed. He picked up his mat and went home with his friends. Everyone was so happy, they praised God because they had never seen anything like this before. We might think we only need to be brave for big, scary things. We might think being brave is only for superheroes. But whether it's for a friend or stranger, a family member or a neighbor, or even for ourselves, compassion helps us be brave. Sometimes being brave means being like the friends, by showing up for someone, helping carry their burdens, helping them get where they need to be, and standing with them. Sometimes being brave means being like the friend who was paralyzed, by sharing your own story and asking for what you need. And sometimes being brave means being like Jesus, by fully seeing and accepting a person.